The courtroom drama surrounding Young Thug and the YSL RICO trial just became even more intense and heartbreaking. With the tragic death of Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan on September 5th, 2024, new suspicions are swirling around this already high-stakes case. As fans mourn the loss of a hip-hop legend, the timing of Quan's death has raised questions that cast an even darker shadow over the trial of Young Thug and his YSL associates. Let's unravel how we got here, and what this means for one of the most talked-about legal battles in hip-hop history. Young Thug, born Jeffrey Williams, has long been a staple of Atlanta's hip-hop scene, co-founding YSL, which he claims is a music label. However, Georgia prosecutors argue otherwise, alleging YSL is a violent street gang involved in drug trafficking, robbery, and murder. The state has hit Young Thug and over 28 co-defendants with charges under the RICO Act, a legal strategy often used to dismantle organized crime. And it's no surprise that the courtroom has become a battleground over whether rap lyrics can be used to prosecute criminal acts. While Thug's defense team argues that YSL stands for Young Stoner Life, representing a legitimate music collective, the prosecution sees it as a front for gang-related activities. From music videos to lyrics, every detail is being scrutinized, turning this trial into a litmus test for how much freedom artists truly have in their work. Rich Homie Quan, a frequent collaborator of Young Thug in the mid-2010s, was once part of the famed duo behind the Rich Gang movement, which produced hits like Lifestyle. However, over the years, their relationship grew strained, and by the time the YSL trial began, Quan's name surfaced in connection with alleged criminal activity linked to YSL. As rumors of a fallout between Quan and Young Thug swirled, it became apparent that Quan may have known more about YSL's activities than initially believed. The testimony of Kenneth Lil Woody Copeland, a key witness for the prosecution, implicated Quan's father in a barbershop shooting, which led to speculation about whether Quan would become a star witness in the trial. He vehemently denied these allegations, calling Lil Woody a liar.
What do you feel about his statements being said about him basically shooting up your dad's barbershop?
What is a liar?
Just days before his name was set to be further tied to the YSL trial, Rich Homie Quan was found dead at his Atlanta home at age 34. His girlfriend, Amber Williams, found him unresponsive on the couch after returning from dropping her kids off at school. His brother had discovered him hours earlier asleep on the floor, a plate of food beside him, an unusual scene that left many scratching their heads. Despite efforts to revive him, Quan was pronounced dead at Grady Memorial Hospital. The initial suspicion points to a possible overdose, as suggested by Boozy Badazz, although the exact cause of death has not yet been confirmed, pending an autopsy. With his sudden passing just as the trial heats up, the hip-hop world is left to wonder. Was his death an eerie coincidence or something more? Quan's passing is steeped in mystery, especially given the timing. The YSL trial has become one of the most controversial in recent memory, and Quan's involvement in this case, no matter how indirect, has led to rampant speculation. Was the stress of being potentially involved in the trial too much to bear? Or was it simply an unfortunate and tragic event, unrelated to the legal proceedings? His death leaves a gaping hole in the trial and the hip-hop community. He was a cultural icon in Atlanta's music scene. Fans, collaborators, and family are grappling with this loss as tributes pour in from across the industry. What's next for the YSL trial? As Young Thug continues to battle charges, the stakes couldn't be higher. For Thug, a conviction could mean years behind bars, but for the entire hip-hop industry, this trial could forever change how rap lyrics are used in courtrooms across the country. Will Quan's death impact the trial? And how will the court navigate this tangled web of music, criminal accusations, and artistic expression? The YSL RICO trial is about much more than just Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, or even gang activity. It's about how far the legal system can go in prosecuting artists for the stories they tell. As civil rights advocates continue to push back against what they see as cultural bias in the use of rap lyrics as evidence, this case has become a cultural moment that will shape the future of hip-hop. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and it's only going to get more intense. What will happen next? Will Young Thug beat the charges? If you want to know more about the heartbreaking and mysterious death of Rich Homie Quan, including the strange circumstances leading up to his final moments, and how his passing could impact the ongoing YSL trial, make sure to check out this next video.